Well, hello there guys, it's my pleasure to bring you Kriegsmarine, the newest DLC from Order of Battle. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually did the voiceover for the commercial of this game, for the trailer, so I'm going to put a link to that down below so you guys can take a look. Make sure to stop by, show your support, see what you think. I'm pretty proud of it. It was very fun to do, and now of course we're going to be playing as the Kriegsmarine, also known as the German Navy here, trying to liberate Danzig from the clutches of the Polish. In support of the invasion of Poland, the Kriegsmarine will operate in the Baltic Sea and make its way into Danzig Bay. Meanwhile, ground troops will be tasked with capturing key objectives in the region. At the free city of Danzig, German forces are already engaged with Polish troops offering stiff resistance. In preparation for these attacks, however, the old battleship Schleswig-Holstein was sent to Danzig a month ago. It will now provide fire support to destroy the enemy. We've also got a few actual mines here are basically Polish ships trying to put mines in this area, and we're going to try to fight them as best we can. The enemy's also going to attempt to evacuate their most valuable naval assets, but of course, our main objective is not to stop that. Our main objective is to liberate Danzig. It's also to destroy a bunch of fuel tanks, but that's going to come later. So right now we're going to get started here. And as you can see, capturing all primary victory points is going to be our main mission for this first part of Kriegsmarine. And actually, we're going to be able to control some ground troops here as well. Now, we can get some secondary objectives, sinking 3 destroyers, preventing a mine-laying operation, destroying fuel depots, and destroying all merchant ships. All things that we're going to be focusing on, of course. So, we've got our destroyer here, and I would definitely like to purchase more units, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to. We might not have enough funds, although if we can, I am going to get the Admiral Hipper, purchase and deploy. Oh yeah, baby. I love this ship, and I'm probably going to go ahead and purchase something else if I can afford it. I think I might be able to get one of the destroyers. I don't want the support ship. It's practically useless. I could get a sub, but I don't think we really need a sub in waters like this, so that's acceptable. Let's go ahead. We're ending the deployment phase, my friends, and we're moving into battle. So as you can see, your intelligence reports indicate that the Polish Navy has several submarines operating in the area. We want to take a look at those submarines and destroy them if we can. I'm actually going to go ahead and do a sonar sweep right away. Probably a little early to be doing sonar sweeps, but there we go. We've got our first Polish ship there, the DD Vicha. We're going to go ahead and open fire on her. Oh boy, that's a bit loud, don't you guys think? I mean, I love the sound of guns as much as anybody, but damn, we got to get that down a little bit. So we're also going to move forward with the Admiral Hipper. Now, one of the new things that you can do in Kriegsmarine is, and we can't do it right now with this particular ship, I believe we actually need a battleship. We can fire our primary guns instead of our secondary guns, and they do a lot more damage. Go ahead and open fire. Oh yeah, baby, we are crushing the Polish Navy here. Let's also bring forward this support ship. Now, support ships are really made more for laying mines, so this guy's probably not going to see a lot of action. And if he does, it's not going to be all that interesting to see him attack because he just doesn't have really the strength there to do a lot of damage. Now, of course, over here, we do have the beautiful battleship, and we can switch to our primary weapons here. So we're going to switch to our primaries, and I'm going to actually fire at this bunker. Might not be able to do any damage to it, but I'm going to do my best. Alright, not bad, but look at this. We've got some German Marines, and yes, they are pretty tough. Not quite as tough as American Marines, but they know how to get the job done. Let's go ahead and see if we can attack here. We're trying to blow this bunker, just totally blow it away so we can take that location right there. I would say that the volume is still a little loud. Maybe you guys will disagree with me. You can let me know in the comments. But let's also start attacking this position here, this Polish position, with our German infantry. This is just regular Wehrmacht units, and I think pretty soon here they're going to run. Might have to wait a turn or two, but they are not going to stick around here if it means their untimely death, which it most certainly does. Let's end the turn. We've already moved our ships out, and let's see what we have waiting for us. We definitely have 2 enemy destroyers that are going to be a problem. Remember, the Polish are actually not bad in terms of a navy. They don't have much, but they're going to fight like mad dogs. So let's see what happens here. Oh, what's this? They're going to fire torpedoes at the Admiral Hipper. Luckily, he didn't take any damage. But man, can these guys do some serious damage to the German ships. You would be very, very surprised here. There we go. That's one. They're absolutely trying to crowd us out here. I told you this wasn't going to be an easy fight. I think for a second that the Polish are just some lackluster enemy. They certainly are not. And there we go. We've got Polish bunkers firing on us. We've even got Polish mortars firing on our men. And we're going to have to do something about this. So let's go ahead and get back to the main battle over here. And we are in range to fire some torpedoes, which I think we definitely should do. Let's target this ship because he's the one that's going to go down the soonest. Beautiful. I'm also going to even fire with my support ship, although I don't think my support ship can do too much damage. And another thing to consider in Kriegsmarine, which is very important, is being able to stay the same amount of tiles away from an enemy, in this case 2 tiles, but continue moving is going to lower your damage because it's going to show up on the enemy, on the enemy's turn as a ship in movement. So it's going to be a lot harder for the enemy to actually target your ship, which is a new thing in the game that's going to apply to the entire game. This is like an overall update, and I think it's awesome. Let's go ahead and see if we can destroy this bastard and send him to the bottom of Davy Jones' locker. Obviously, with this guy, we might want to go ahead and fire the torpedo. Actually, we might be better off just firing our guns. I think we are. 2 down. Can the DD Type 1934 take her out? I'm not sure. I think actually with this one, I might go for the torps. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to see if I can fire a torp here. In fact, probably better off just firing. Beautiful, beautiful. And now let's liberate Danzig. Of course, we're going to have to move all the way up here this mission, take all this, take all of these Polish cities, and eventually our main goal is to take the city of Hell. Very aptly named city, because that's what it's going to turn into once we get there. Let's attack. Boom! The Polish post office is ours. And there we go. The German flag flies strong. I'm also going to go ahead and open fire on the mortar unit. Better chance of destroying it than we do of destroying this bunker. Now, you guys have to understand, we have a cooldown on our weapons, which is quite interesting. I am going to go ahead and attack again, but our men are going to take some damage here, and we're probably going to have to run back and regroup a bit, or let the Wehrmacht deal with the rest of the enemy. But let's turn it over to the Polish once again. Nice shooting. Support ship is going to go down quickly. I told you guys, not really made for this kind of combat. Luckily, the mortars missed us this time. First thing I'm going to do is move our unit back, or we could actually get some seasoned troops pretty quickly here. But actually, what I'd rather do is move them back here, move the Wehrmacht forward, and start attacking here. I am going to open fire once again, and this time we've got our primary guns. We're going to fire, and I think this time our primary guns can actually do some serious damage to this bunker. Let's hope so. I want to take that city, and yes, that bunker is crumbling. Did I just call it a bumper? That's just how excited I am about this game. There we go, down to 3. One more attack should put him out of commission, and of course we could still bring reinforcements to this unit. Although it seems that being over here we're not getting as many reinforcements, it's better than nothing. I think it's probably because we have some movement points wasted. But let's see if we can't send one of these ships down to the bottom of Davy Jones' locker. I'm going to take this amazing Admiral Hipper, and he can actually do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to focus on the other ships with him. Let's focus on this one. 4 damage, and over here we'll try to take out the enemy. Beautiful. One of the things I love about this game is, as you can see, there's even an animation for not only the ship's ammo box exploding, but it's going to sink to the bottom of the ocean here slowly, and it's going to rest at the bottom of the ocean and just become a wreck, which I think is an amazing addition. It just looks beautiful, and might not actually be totally beautiful, but it looks really good. We'll also fire over here. 2 down, and probably one more shot will destroy this thing. But I want to get closer. So we're right now 4 tiles away. We want to remain 4 tiles away, but keep moving. So we're going to get behind the enemy here, and we're going to open fire. Oh Oh yeah, baby, there we go, another ammo explosion. You can see their other ship at the bottom of the sea. It's not coming back, and this one's on its way down as well. I think these Polish captains should just surrender at this point, but they can be pretty stubborn and, like I said, very ferocious fighters. We could actually bring in a submarine right now. I'm pretty sure we can afford one, a U-boat Type 4. So let's purchase and deploy the U-boat. Obviously, we're not going to be able to use it this turn, but one new thing about Kriegsmarine is you have to recharge your boat batteries, and also submarines are harder to spot even when they're above water. You have to be one tile away to actually see the submarine or do a sonar sweep and catch them that way. Ooh, can they still move? Oh, it's a support ship, yeah. I'll go ahead and try to reinforce him. It's gonna cost us basically 6 points. I think they'll still destroy it, but what the hell, we might as well make it a little harder for them. And look at all of those wrecks at the bottom. I love it. I just think that's an addition that's really, really fascinating. So we're gonna end the turn here. And of course, they destroyed the support ship. Nothing we can do about that. And there we go. Once again, they failed to do any damage, and I think at this point we could probably wipe these guys out, even with our secondary guns. And that's one dead Polish bunker. Of course, we want to bring reinforcements to this unit, totally fill up the reinforcements tab, and we are going to move forward here, and it looks like we will actually possibly take a loss if we attack immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce this unit. I think next turn they're going to be a lot stronger, and we definitely want to finish off this enemy destroyer. That's actually going to be one of our objectives completed. I'm wondering if we could do more damage with the torp, but I don't think we can. So we'll open fire. Beautiful. Let's see if this good friend of ours, the Vicher, can open fire. Maybe one more shot from a destroyer. Might be up to the U-boat to go ahead and target this ship. One damage, we need one more, and we can definitely get it. I think we can get it anyway. We're going to move forward with our other destroyer here, and see if maybe the torpedo is the right remedy here. Okay, guys, we actually got a commander enlisted, Hans Erdmenger. And of course, I'm going to put him in control of this beautiful C-8 Admiral Hipper. This is an amazing ship, and we just destroyed that guy. Of course, we are missing out on a lot of objectives. Ideally, you'd want to destroy these Polish ships while moving towards this area right here to stop the mine-laying operation that the Polish have going. I don't think it's going to affect us too much, to be honest, but it's always good to try and think about those things, especially if you're going to go for all the objectives in this particular scenario, or any scenario in the game. Let's see. I think they are going to try to do some damage with mortars. It's not working. We're going to go ahead and wipe them out, I think. We'll go ahead and open fire with the primary guns again. One damage. And I think now it's going to be a lot more even of a fight. One down. Enemy is fighting ferociously. They don't want to lose this territory. We could also bring in our Kriegsmarine and attack them as well. Of course, we're going to have to get this guy out of the way. So what we might do is start setting him up over here, just to get into position. Kriegsmarine are very strong. The actual marine aspect of the Kriegsmarine are actually very strong on infantry combat. So I'm going to move our submarine forward. Now you guys see that outline area. If we move past that, we'll actually surface. And in this, you do need to surface to be able to change your batteries. It's not like you could just go the entire game keeping your sub underwater. That's not even realistic. So we're going to make sure to push ourselves as much as possible here. Keep on moving, boys. End the turn and turn it over to the Polish. Once again, we're still trying to capture all primary victory points. We could probably do some damage here, but I'm going to go ahead and open fire. Still got to wait a little bit for those secondary guns to charge. One damage. Maybe we could keep attacking with the Wehrmacht. But I think we're going to move him out. We're going to give this over to the Kriegsmarine. Attack, boys! Glory of Deutschland! Yes! Very nice attack there. That's going to hurt them for sure. And we're going to keep going full speed ahead here. Like I said, eventually we will have to surface with the sub. But for for now, we can keep her underwater, just hunting for anything the enemy has to throw at us. And there we go. We found an enemy sub. Like I told you, got to be one tile away. We're going to use our destroyer to go ahead and open fire on her. Throwing some barrels, explosive barrels over the side. That's not going to feel good for the enemy submarine. But this Orzel is not a crappy sub at all. It could seriously damage our ships, so we want to destroy that thing and get rid of it as soon as possible. Remember, we have 30 turns total to finish and complete this mission. I think it's doable. And actually, the Orzel, thankfully we damaged her. Doesn't have enough power to really do anything for our men. Let's go ahead and capture that next BP, and look at that. The Luftwaffe has sent a squadron of Stuka dive bombers to assist in the operation. These should prove highly effective against both shipping and ground targets. Basically, we can either use these to attack enemy ships, or we could even use these to attack enemy ground targets. Either way, they're going to be very effective. We should have gone a little farther, because we know there's a ship right there, thanks to the sonar. Is it sonar? It may not be. In this case, I'm going to attack with a Kriegsmarine. And some of you guys might hate the way I say that, but that's actually the correct pronunciation. It's not Kriegsmarine, it's Kriegsmarine. And the Westerplatte is now under our control. And you can see the flag is not a typical German flag, but the Kriegsmarine flag, which I think is a really cool addition. Now we've got to keep on moving, and I'm actually going to move forward with the battleship first, just to see if we can spot any enemies. We can still fire with this guy, and I'd like to fire at their artillery. So let's do that. Try to destroy the arty near Gdynia, because that could actually do a lot of damage to us. And I'm going to move towards Sopot. I don't know if there's enemies defending it, but sure enough there are. And right now they would actually do a better job against us than we would against them. So we're just going to reinforce our men and get back to the task at hand, which is, of course, destroying the Polish Navy as best we can. Let's end the turn. Oh, I see. Okay, we're still spotting the enemy sub. Go ahead and fire some more satchel charges over the side. Some more demolition charges, I should say. And I believe that's the only destroyer we have capable of killing this sub. I could get a little closer and see if we could target him, but I think that's going to be the only ship that can really sink this bastard. We'll keep moving forward, though, with the rest of our ships, see if we can spot some more Polish ships out here. There's probably a lot of merchant vessels trying to escape Danzig. And as you can see now, our submarine has surfaced. So recharging those batteries, he's got to stay above water and recharge the batteries before he goes back down to the murky depths of the sea. So let's end the turn. Oh, they have a submarine attacking some battleship, I see. There we go. One of the enemy ships is trying to get the hell out of here. Can't say I blame them. They've got a support ship going to start the mine-laying operation. So this might not be a bad time to send that Stuka in and start attacking the enemy. Now, this DLC has so many other missions. As you can see, the Gdynia assault. German ground forces have arrived at the outskirts of Gdynia. They're tasked to destroy the Polish defenders and capture the city center. But one really cool thing that I absolutely love about the game is you can fight in so many different oceans. There's even a battle in the Arctic. I mean, just imagine fighting in the Arctic Ocean. You can imagine how terrifying that would be. If your ship goes down, you're finished. There's a ton of different battles. I don't want to give away all of the battles that there are, but I want you to be absolutely sure that they are absolutely amazing, and each one is cooler than the next. We start in Poland, we go to a lot of different places, and there's also alternative history involved in this particular game. A lot of ships that never really made it to sea, but that the Germans were building. Some of you may know some of those ships. One of them is the Graf Zeppelin, the famous Graf Zeppelin. You can look that up. And when you get one of those finally, I mean, you feel so powerful. It's basically a German aircraft carrier, one of the few they developed that is actually capable of really standing up to a lot of the American and British ships. And there we go, sure enough. We've already spotted a merchant ship. We're not going to let it escape. Bring this guy down as well. Bring another guy down, why not? I don't think we're going to be able to hit them this time, but maybe in the next round. And of course, we're going to keep moving with our submarine. Eventually, we'll dive with the submarine again, but right now I feel pretty comfortable just continuing our movement throughout this area. So now we can finally attack here. village near, or to the south of Gdynia. And I think we're going to get pretty close to doing some major damage here. So we already fired. We can't fire again. We need to wait one turn. But I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far. If you guys want to see more, absolutely let me know in the comments down below. And we will finish this mission and maybe go ahead and try to do the entire campaign. But I want to see those likes, guys. I want to see that support. And like I said, make sure to check out the trailer that I made, well, that I voiced over. And tell me what you think. Drop a comment on the actual link itself. I'd really appreciate it, guys. It goes a long way. Don't forget about our Patreon thing going on now with YouTube in the shitter. Sorry, but it's the truth. You can always donate via Patreon. Donate $1, $2 a month. It really helps out a lot. And if you want to donate more, hey, go for it. I really appreciate just every cent I get. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay video of Kriegsmarine, and I am definitely going to play more. Make sure to smash that like button. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.